go out there and grab the car, pull it up front. So say, hey, come in for a second, follow me. Now all of a sudden, because you sit in the car with the customer don't even know what's going on because you're just taking control of the deal. That's what we as salesmen, professional salesmen are supposed to do. Take control of the deal. Don't let the customer lead you. You lead the customer. Because when you let the customer lead you, now all of a sudden, you're in a situation where you ain't even in control and they know you ain't in control. Now all of a sudden they know they got you. And customers can sense when you're weak. Trust me. They can sense when they can ask for discount because they can tell you ain't been studying up on your product. That's why if you don't know something, it's best to tell them, I don't know, but I can find out for you. Instead of just saying, I don't know. You say, I don't know, but I'll be more than happy to find out for you. Follow me? Okay. Negotiating close. Y'all know customers love to negotiate. I don't care what price you got on that window stick out there. They're gonna negotiate. They train to negotiate. Be prepared for it. Be prepared for the no's, because you're gonna get it. But if you don't practice negotiating, and if you just think, oh, I'm just supposed to be taking orders, and the customer say I don't want this, I'm gonna run back to the desk and say they don't want this. Well, why you don't want it? That's a strong rebuttal to any objection you have with a customer.
Wow.
Why? Because guess what? A lot of times they don't even have a reason. And you're gonna find that out. And when a customer don't have a reason for something, it's like, okay, well, maybe I didn't explain it to them. Maybe I didn't build enough value. Let me show you again, let me tell you again why this is so important to you, Mr. Customer. So instead of running back and forth to the desk, you're handling a lot of those objections at your desk. So now the customer will be like, you know what, you're right. You do have a point. But if you don't fight for it, customer ain't just gonna give it to you. Yeah, you're gonna have some customers that are gonna come in here, they're gonna be lay downs. But a lot of them, you gotta fight for it. And if you think about why you're here, if you think about the mouths that you have to feed, if you think about the bills that you have to pay, take that in consideration when you're with every customer. Now you know, okay, I gotta fight because I wanna continue to pay for my light bill. I wanna continue to make sure my kids have the living or the lifestyle that they have now. I wanna continue to go to places that I go. Fight for your deal. That's all we ask you all to do. You gotta care. And once we see that you care and the customer see that you care, that's why y'all see Tay's desk and why he got that picture of him and his wife and his kids. Y'all know why he has that on his desk? Y'all want to help me out? Anybody? Not you, Tay. Anybody else?
Keep them going. Computer.
Huh?
Keep them going.
Keep what going?
Keep that fire going.
Keep the fire going. Frank?
For the customers, they like to see that they would rather buy from somebody who has a family and stuff like that.
Starts a conversation with them.
That's my answer.
That's your answer, Tay? Today's? Okay, I'm gonna let Tay answer, then I'm gonna follow up behind Tay.
Can I ask one thing real quick? Who had the customer the other day with the red cord? Is that you?
On the X-Files?
I can't remember what they were looking at. I think they
The
were.
dark skin, the girl.
Yeah.
Frank.
They here?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Tay, go ahead and let them know, because we almost done.
Yeah, it's basically all of it.
A little way everybody see it, right? When a customer is sitting at your desk and they see you got a kid and a family, that starts a conversation. They can relate to you because they say, you know what, that's why I go to work, to provide for my kids and family. So if you don't have the utensils or things like that at your desk, I encourage you heavily to do so because it's psychological. While you're at the desk getting numbers, guess what they're doing? They're looking around your desk trying to see what you got going on. And when customers see that you out here, you ain't just asking for all the money just for the hell of it. You're doing it because you're trying to provide for your family. They can relate to that. And that means a lot. That goes a long way with a customer. But I'm going to tell you something. When a customer comes in and spends $80,000, $120,000 on a car and we don't follow up with them, and I ain't talking about follow up with them just to talk about the CSI. I'm talking about follow up with them because we care, because they set up here and bought a car from us. To a customer, they feel as though you just used them. Because nobody wants to be left alone and nobody wants to be forgotten about when they just invested or went into debt, because that's exactly what they're doing when they're buying a car, $80,000, and all of a sudden they don't hear from their salesperson ever again. They come into service, our salesperson don't even remember who I am. That's why I tell y'all to send an email as soon as a customer leaves, thanking them for coming out. Because I want you to do something a little bit different than what they're doing up and down the street, because that's what's going to set you apart from everybody else. Now customers feel appreciated, and people like to feel appreciated. People like to be told you're doing a great job. I like the way you're handling your business. I like the fact that you sold this car. This car's been on our inventory for X number of days. Thank you for selling it. People love appreciation. I don't care what they tell you. But if you're not showing your appreciation to a customer, I don't care if the customer gave you hell while they was here. You sold a car. So all you got to do now is just keep in contact with them every now and then. That's all you got to do. That goes a long way. That breaks down those barriers and those walls. Because customers have a stereotype of sales staff and the salesman is, to them, their opinion that we're sleazy. That our job is to sit up and get over on them. That's just how they think. Because that's what they've been reading. It's nothing against you all. I know you all personally, and I know you all are not like that. But they don't. All right? Proper turn to the business office. That's me introducing them to finance. But at the same token, while they're waiting for numbers or waiting for me to do my thing, take them to the service department. Introduce them to a service writer. Introduce them to the people over there. Say, hey, when you bring your car in for service, this is where you're going to go. This is where you pull in. This is the service writer that may be assisting you. If not, introduce them to another one. This is the waiting area. These are the snacks, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When I asked you for a drink earlier, this is where I got it from. So now customers are familiar with the process, so when they come in, it's not new to them. Because a lot of times, some customers, when something is new to them, they get freaked out. But if you're doing that, what you're doing is, not all of a sudden that thing about how long it's taking to get into finance, because it's not taking that long, but to them, 15 minutes may seem like 45. But if you're keeping them occupied, now all of a sudden, they ain't even thinking about the time no more. But if you're not over there with your customers and you at the desk, playing on your phone, if you're in the back, doing whatever, customers sitting over there, that's what they're doing the whole time. So to you keeping busy, but the customer ain't doing nothing. Keep the customer engaged. And when you do that, I promise you, not only are you gonna sell more cars, you're gonna build more value. Not only gonna build more value, we're gonna have a culture of winning. Not only are we gonna have a culture of winning, you're gonna be excited about where you are. You're gonna be excited to tell people that you work at BMW of Montgomery. And then you're gonna have people come and say, hey, you know, Twan works at BMW, you need to go talk to him. He can get you in the car. They sell more than new cars. We sell used cars too, but a lot of customers don't know that. That's why these other stores come in to get our used cars. Any questions? Any input? Because this is an open forum. This is not just me sitting up here talking to you all. You all have the floor as well. So when you all have suggestions, opinions about anything, feel free to chime in. Because I don't know what's going on in your head unless you tell me. All right, so I'm gonna make copies of these. Monday, I want y'all to familiarize yourself with this. After you familiarize yourself with this, because I'm giving y'all a rundown of what's gonna come next, we're gonna focus on one car at a time and we're gonna learn that car. All right?
What is the most important thing? And you know, we all have a lot of information in this car business has been seen for the last 20, 30 years. You build value in the product, when it gets negotiating time, you don't have to be negotiating, right? You're selling value. Value exceeds price. You make a decision on when you buy something. So why is that so unrealistic? To know the product, but you've got to ask questions. 20% of the salespeople do 80% of the business. Probably 60% of the people that we actually try to engage, we don't ask them one plain and simple question. You don't buy a car? You've got to ask for the business. Guys, what do you got to lose to try to master one of these things? Like I said, we don't trade for cars all the time. You know, we don't. You know, post it up there in the board, and it's a great thing about that. I was looking at that thing on the wall. It's there's another one up there. You know, if you want to get into a pencil presentation and things like that. But y'all need to act as if you work at a BMW store. You know, you should have swagger just dripping off of you.
Ooh, swagger and dripping, go on, Ron.
Ripping. Well, I started wearing suits again. Why? Because guess what? If I dress casual, my mindset's casual, right? we talk about what it is we do, and I talk sometime about our attire and how it casuals up, or you may think it's okay to wear tennis shoes or anything like that. Let me ask you something. What makes you feel the most confident? I bet it ain't walking around in your damn pajamas. Act as if, right? If this makes you, if one thing you do makes you feel like you're better than somebody else, do that. Do that. People walk in this door, do that. Right? I mean, believe me, if we're walking up to people like we're about to serve them with a fucking cancer diagnosis, then we lose. We lose every time. And maybe we can discount a car enough to where we get to that. But I just threatened your sales managers, life and limb. Stop discounting cars. First pencils especially. You do your job, they do their job, everybody makes money. I was talking with Jason over here at the Chevrolet store yesterday. And I know Chevrolet and BMW is two different monsters. Y'all know SM, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does SM look like sometimes y'all just want to go help him walk into the building?
Yeah.
Right? Like you won't go over there and just grab that man by the arm and help him. You would unload his groceries for him if you didn't know him and you saw him, hobbling like that. You do something for that man. Yeah, when he walks up, he's done his job with his customers to the point that when he goes up there to the desk, he's like, hey, do this. And he's been in the car business long enough. He has a good understanding of how to work a car deal. But do this, go ahead and put a warranty in there and do this, and it's 72 months, put $2,500 down, and he goes over there. Why does he know? Why is he that confident? Because he already knows that. He absolutely knows that. Why? Because he sold that to them. He sold them that warranty before he went over there and got it on pencil. They walked up there, and that's how he does it. And he does it 16, 17, 18 times a month. With all different kinds of credit people, with all different types of buyers, and him looking half hunchback and can't hardly walk. And you mean to tell me you in a BMW dealership and you all can't walk around like you're princes and princesses? Bullshit. You start thinking higher of yourself, and it'll start coming out of you. You speak positive, you are positive. You act positive, you are positive. If you stand up and try to catch a customer, fail. Bmw Of Montgomery Training, can I help you? That's what it sounds like, okay, or whatever. We talked about phone calls, right? I mean, it excels. It's excitement. We're all cool people. It's like you said a while ago when Britain first got into the business. We all have a certain demeanor about us, and just being aware of it. Maybe the best thing in the world for you, maybe the worst thing for you. What's worse, though, I think, is just not aware of your actions and everything like that. Steps of sales are steps of the sale to the steps of the sale. How you talk to a customer, that's the most critical thing in selling, in my opinion, and selling profitable. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry, sir, a while ago you told me that this was important to you. You want to worry about how to everything you have to know about a 530. Everything I need to teach you about a 530 is different for you, different for you, different for you. I guarantee you in our business, most of it is, how do I look in this car? Right? Somebody is a rocket scientist and they say safety, they can probably talk to you about safety. I don't want to talk to them about safety. I don't want to talk to them about how good they look in that car. But if it's about how good they look in that car, woo! Let's go find something shiny with a reflection. We can see yourself in this car. Let's pull around there, You got spots, you know where you're at. You know how to sell to vanity. Women should anyway. Because it's the lifeblood of what you guys do and everything y'all have to consume. I'm telling you, man, I just feel we're going somewhere right now, right? I want you guys to be woke in that you can be 30 years old, be making $100,000, and have your whole life ahead of you. And you can do it right here, right now. Just gotta change a little bit. Knowledge is power.
Love you guys. Let's go work. Okay.
All right, let's get it in, y'all.